Okay, Michiamo, Afurakanu, Afuraitkaitnut, Medinde, Odwirafo, Kwesi, Nehem, Ptah, Akhan. That means greetings to all Afurakani, Afuraitkaitnut people, meaning Africans, black people. My name is Odwirafo, Kwesi, Nehem, Ptah, Akhan of Akwamu Mine, Amarukai Tifi Mu, which is the Akwamu Nation in North America. Today we just wanted to update the Omine, the community, about our activities for ever since the beginning of our new year, which began on September 22nd, 13,014. As an Akhan organization, our new year begins on the first full day of Atemet, or fall, the autumn equinox, which was September 22nd this year. So that was our first day of the year 13,014. Of course, we don't track our years based on a fictional character who never existed, Jesus, and we don't use the Gregorian calendar. We use the astronomical calendar based on the Afe Kesiye, which is the great year, the 26,000 year cycle. We are in the midst of that cycle, hence the year is beginning with 13,000, so this is 13,014. And we just wanted to go over our activities since the beginning of the year and some of the things that will be coming up, and periodically we will update you on what's going on, the new publications that have come out, and what cities we will be in next. Guamu Kasa is an Akhan term meaning public speaking. Guamu means the public square, the marketplace. Kasa means speech or to speak. So Guamu Kasa means public speaking, public speech. And so we want to just talk about where we have gone and where we will be going. First, October 12th, we were in Philadelphia. October 18th, we were in Houston. And October 26th, we were in Wilmington, Delaware. Next week, November 9th, we will be in Dallas. November 16th, we'll be in Virginia. And November 24th, we will be in Knoxville, Tennessee. We also have a date, December 14th, for Hartford, Connecticut. And we also have dates coming up in December, tentatively for Atlanta, possibly Chicago, but we also have North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, New York, and some other cities coming up very soon. All of the information of the past events as well as the upcoming events are on the website now, and then as we get more dates, we will post them to the Guamu Kasa page on the website, as well as the front index page of the website, and the Akwamu Mine Unjumadi, which means the Akwamu Nation events page as well. We will have them on all different parts, different pages on the website, as well as our Facebook page, which is Afuraitkaitnut. Now, the information that we have focused on in the past 3 presentations and the presentations coming up is the information based on our most recent book that we published a few months ago, which is called the Okraa Complex, the Soul of Akanfo. Now, that book deals with the nature and function of the Okra, or the Okrawa, which is the male and female terms in the Akhan language for the soul or divine consciousness. The Kra, or the krawa, is called Ka and Kaet in ancient Kemet. It's called Ori Inu, or the inner Ori, or the inner head in Yoruba. It's called the Selido in the Vodun tradition. It's called the Chi in the Igbo tradition. Now, the Kra, or the Okrawa, is the soul, divine consciousness. But what that actually means is it is an abosom. It's an Orisha. It's a Vodou. It's one of the Ntoru, or Ntorotu, mispronounced Neteru, but is a divinity, a force in nature that is assigned to us before we come into the world. So that force in nature, that divinity, your own personal abosom, your own personal Orisha, your own personal Vodou, a personal divinity that dwells with you inside the head region within Afurakani, Afuraitkaitnit people, and Afurakani, Afuraitkaitnit people only. That force in nature that always pulls you in the right direction, pulls you towards harmony with divine order, so that your thoughts, intentions, and actions can align with divine order. That force is a divinity. It's an abosom, it's an Orisha. It is called the krawa. We talk about the nature and function of that force, how to align with that force, how to realign with that force when you get out of harmony with it. It has special, specific, and serious ramifications for Amainsesu or nation building. If you're out of alignment with your own Kra, with your own personal divinity, your own force in nature that guides you towards harmonious thoughts, intentions, and actions, then you engage in self-destructive behavior. Of course, that's negative for you physically, spiritually, but also to those who are connected to you. And then you begin to influence other people in the community, in the Oman, in the Afurakani, Afuraitkaitnut nation in a negative fashion. So when you align yourself with order, then your thoughts, intentions, and actions are aligned with order. Then you connect with other Afurakani, Afuraitkaitnut people who are aligning themselves with order on a regular basis. Then you can begin to build a sound culture, amamre, and then you engage in ritual practices to incorporate order into your life and to restore balance where imbalance occurs. That is nanasom, that is the basis of Afurakani, Afuraitkaitnut ancestral religion. So when you have nanasom, you have amamre, ritual practices to incorporate order, ritual practices to restore balance when imbalance occurs. Then you have culture, a way of life that is harmony with divine order. Those two pillars support the apex of the Obrahi Nasa, the triangle. The apex is Amainsesu or nation building. So when you have Nanasom, you have Amamre, ancestral religion and culture, that supports Amainsesu or Afurakani, Afuraitkaitnut nation building, restoration. That's what it's all about. So when we talk about ancestral religion and culture, it is for the purpose of supporting Amainsesu or nation building. One key component of that process is Nyansa, which is wisdom. Now, Nyansa or wisdom in the Akhan language doesn't just mean somebody memorizes some information and then they just regurgitate it and that makes them intelligent. Nyansa is a force in nature, a male and female force in nature. There's an expansive pole of Nyansa and a contractive pole of Nyansa. The contractive pole or the expansive pole of Nyansa or wisdom is revolution. And the contractive pole of Nyansa or wisdom is resolution. So revolution, revolve or return, if the earth, Asase when it moves around the Aten, the sun, and returns to its point of origin, it's made a complete revolution. So when you return or revolve, you're revolting. You're going back to your point of origin. So if you have a problem, an issue, there's disorder, the first thing you want to do is revolt against the disorder. You challenge the disorder. You reject the disorder. That's the expansive pole of Nyansa or wisdom. You use the knowledge that you gain from going back to your previous state, from your point of origin, to begin to reject, challenge this disorder relentlessly. Then you resolve the issue. You bring resolution. You don't challenge just for the sake of challenging. You challenge, revolt, so that you can resolve, bring resolution. You challenge the disorder through wisdom, and then you bring resolution or resolve the issue through disorder. You challenge the disorder, the imbalance, and the creators of the disorder. You challenge them relentlessly, and then you resolve the issue. You bring resolution. You bring an end to the creators of the disorder, the creators of the imbalance. You challenge or revolt against the enemy, and you resolve, you bring an end to the enemy. Revolution and resolution are the expansive and contractive poles of Nyansa or wisdom, and that's tied into Afurakani, Afuraitkaitnut ancestral religion. All of that is connected when we talk about the Okraa Complex. Excuse me. So we go into that information. That's part of our presentation. We also include information about the fictional characters: Jesus, Moses, Muhammad, Abraham, Isaac, Ishmael, Solomon, Sheba, Menelik, Brahman, Allah, Yahweh, all these various fictional characters who never existed. They were not black, they were not white, they did not exist in human form, they did not exist in any form. Until we reject these fake characters and the foolish philosophies associated with them, we will still be mental and spiritual slaves. We can't talk about Afurakani, Afuraitkaitnit, ancestral religion in the true sense, and still hold on to the foolishness that was forced on us by Europeans, even though some of our people will attempt to blacken up excrement and then represent it to us or represent it to us as ancient when it's really not. So we go into detail about that. That is all connected in our presentation. Now the book, the Okraa Complex, that is a free download as the ebook version from our website. You can download that now at Odwirafo.com. We also, what we have been doing, the first 3 presentations that we did in Philly, also in Houston and in Delaware, we gave out free copies of the soft cover version of the book. We print all of our books in-house. We print in color. The soft cover versions, we typically sell the Okraa Complex online because we have to pay for the shipping, and of course we have to pay for the ink and the materials to produce the soft cover version. However, what we have endeavored to do and what we have been able to do with the assistance of the online, of the community, is to give free copies of the books, soft cover versions, to every event that we've gone to. So when we went to Philly, just about every person who attended received a free copy of the book at the beginning of the session. When we went to Houston, everybody received a free copy of the book. We had some left over. We left them at that bookstore, so then when people come in the coming days, months, and so forth, the rest of the year, they will have free copies of the book that they can, study in the community and show other people, disseminate in the community. When we went to Delaware, we were able to give free copies of the books to everybody in attendance. When we have our events, and we endeavor to do the same thing in Dallas, Tennessee, Virginia, Connecticut, and all the events coming up from now on. So what we typically do when people come to the events, we don't charge people to come to our events. You don't pay an admissions fee to come learn about your own ancestral culture, your own ancestral religion, your own ancestral trustery and nation building, and so forth. We don't charge for events. Our books, articles, videos, and audio, we have about 12 books. We have about 50 research articles. Some of them are lengthy, 29, 30 pages. Some of them are less extensive, 12, 13, 14 pages, 6 pages, and so forth. Those 50 research articles, those are free downloads as well. We have about 28 videos. Most of them are about 2 hours long. If you were to save them to a DVD, they're about 2 hours each, where we go into detail about the information published in our books and articles and so forth. We also have about 10 hours of audio, Ma'akeru webcasts, as well as the Kuku Tuntun, the ancestral jurisdiction. The audio, the videos, the research articles, and the 12 books, all of them are free downloads from our website. What we endeavored to do is to start off with the Okraa Complex and the Kuku Tuntun, the ancestral jurisdiction, where we go into detail about the fictional characters of the Bible and the Quran and so forth, as well as Afurakani, Afuraitkaitnit, cosmology and trustery, the nature and function of the ancestresses and ancestors, the deities, the supreme being in relationship to Nyansa, wisdom, revolution, resolution, Sesu, nation building, and so forth. What we have endeavored to do is to give out those free copies. What we ask people to do is to download the information first, study the information. If after studying the information you feel that it is of some value to you or people in your community, people connected to you, then if you would like to contribute to our free books for Afurakanu, Afuraitkaitnut movement, then we say Yeda, we thank you. You can go to our Achedie page on the website. The same, you can go to 2 places, the Achedie page, as well as the Nhoma page. On the Achedie page, you can not only make contribution, donation, Achedie, which means gift or donation contribution, but you also have a link to all of the free books, links to the videos, links to the articles, links to the audio, and also link to the Guamu Kasa page, which shows the previous events, what we dealt with, and then the upcoming events. And we will update that schedule as new events are associated. And you can also contact us if you would like us to present in your area as well. So we just want to say Yeda to the people who have supported us, who made it available, and made the books available, made it possible for us to give away free books to every person that came out to our events. We would like to do the same thing next week in Dallas. So if anybody has yet to make a contribution, you've been thinking about it, we say Yeda, please do so, because we would like to begin printing for the November 9th event. We would like to begin making those orders for all of the ink and supplies and so forth. Also on the Achediye page, you will see the Akuma Sa and the Akuma Dine. Now Akuma Sa is talking about substance abuse abstinence. We have a ritual method to assist our people with substance abuse abstinence, engage in the process ritually through Afurakani, Afuraitkaitnut ancestral religion. And then the same kind of process to overcome the negative effects of domestic abuse, Akuma Dine. So you'll see links to those two on the page as well. We have people who have, utilized that ritual method to help them get off of, alcohol and tobacco and other drugs, as well as people who have gone through negative experiences with regard to domestic violence in childhood, males and females, as well as adulthood, and they're still trying to overcome that. There are ritual methods within our culture to be able to overcome that without having to deal with psychotropic medications and things like that. So you'll find those links on the website as well. So we just wanted to update the Oman, the community, on our activities with regard to Guamu Kasa, our free books for Afurakanu, Afuraitkaitnut movement. If you would like to contribute, again, go to our Achediye page. Of course, you can download all of our books, videos, articles, audio for free. If you have any questions, hit us up at nanasom@odwirafo.com or aquamumine@odwirafo.com. You can also hit us up on our YouTube page, the Odwirafo YouTube page, as well as on Facebook, Afuraka.Afuraikai on Facebook. So we look forward to hearing from you. We look forward to seeing the community upcoming next week in Dallas and all the other locations. Again, if you want to schedule a presentation, schedule a workshop, go to the Guamu Kasa page. There's a link on the Achediye page for the Guamu Kasa page as well. Medase, Yedase, we thank you, and we will be updating you soon. That's it.